Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video, we'll be going through how are you able to get Ming Shuo, which is the new free R6 shimmer we are able to fuse for free. Alright, so before I start this video, I want to say it out first before I'm gonna see a lot of comment about this. So this content, this Asper fusion content, is not made for new player. It's not made for new player. It's not for player who have just started the game. So that's why some player will feel like it's so hard to grind for it, the requirement is so high, all those stuff. But you have to know that this kind of content, this Asper fusion is not time limited. It's forever permanently in the game. So you don't have to rush for it. You don't have to be panicked I'm not gonna get it anytime soon, because this content is actually made for end game player. It's for the player who actually have been playing the game for quite some time. Then you are only able to grind for him, because the first requirement to unlock Ming Shuo is you have to get a max R6 average first. And before you get max R6 average, you have to go through DISLYTE land grinding. So it's not made for new player or beginner player. So if you are just started DISLYTE not long ago, don't expect you are able to instantly fuse him, because you have to fuse average R6 first. And then you have to go through a lot of game content first. Alright, so it's not made for new player. I have to keep saying this because I saw in Reddit, I saw some other posters or some comments that are saying that, oh, DISLYTE released a new shimmer and then it's not free to play, it's only for whales. Oh, whenever I see this comment, I so headache, because it's not for whales, it's not for pay to win players. This is for everyone. It's free to play player, just that you have to grind for it. We have been waiting for a new fusion Asper for more than one year, and finally something is new for those endgame player or long-term player like me. Finally we have something to grind for, and then some new player or those beginner player thought that it's actually viable for them. Alright, but this is an endgame content. It's something for endgame player to actually go grind for. Alright, so let's start the video now. So Ming Shuo here, before you unlock this slot here, you must have to unlock average R6 first. Okay, so this is the first requirement. And then because this is in PTR server, so I instantly get 1 copy already. So you will see you can fuse 7 copy, right? And then because PTR server already gave 1 copy, so now the requirement is going for R1. So every requirement that you're looking at now is actually for R1. So let me briefly go through how are you able to go do this Asper fusion. So if I'm going to do Ming Shuo R1, then these are the requirements. And these Asper here are not fixed. So if you click on it, so let's say you don't have normal, every single elemental, as long as it's infernal, is able to slot into it. And this Asper won't consume, which means everything on your Asper remains. It's not like Moroyama, it will reset your Asper. It won't. It's just like they want you to, if you want to get his copy, then you have to ensure that your account progress is until a certain level or certain progression. So for this R1 phase here, every single Asper that you slot in here have to be R1. And not to mention, you can also slot in Camille, you can slot in Donner, for example the flow here, you can slot in Donner, which Donner is also a free to play player Asper. Or the wind type here, you can slot in Camille, which is one of the free R6 fusion Asper as well. So you can slot in all those fusion Asper, definitely is easy and doable. Okay, then the only requirement here is you have to make it 6-star, level 60, Ascension phase 6 and R1. To be honest, if you are a long-term player and you have been playing DISLYTE for quite some time, this requirement, you will know that this is not hard to achieve, because they did not require ability mod. Unlike Moroyama is time limited. You can only get 1 copy, and you need ability mod max, right? The Yamato and Yuhime situation. But for this one, they don't require you ability mod. They won't reset all your progress for that Asper. All you need to do is the Asper that you slot in, as long as it's 6-star, level 60, Ascension phase 6, R1, then you are able to slot in. Like this 2 here doesn't fulfill the requirement, because Yijing here is not R1, Leading here is level 50, so they did not fulfill the requirement. So you can pick any Asper that you want. So let's say JV, just confirm, then you just slot them in. But I'm not sure that if after you slot in, after they fulfill the requirement, are you able to reuse them? I have no idea, because we are not done with this phase here, because you have to collect the main wave from Lei Zhenzi. So After you slot in all those Asper here, so let's say you already slot in all the 6 Asper that fulfill the requirement, then you need another thing, which is the main wave from it's like the drop. So you need 600 pieces for 1 copy. And the reason why we have a weekly limit 300 here is because I have this account here, we have all the 4 anomaly Asper here. So if you don't have the anomaly Asper here, every week you are only able to get 100 main wave, which means you need a total of 6 weeks to get a total of 600 main wave to get 1 copy of 雷震子. Okay, so it's going to be a very long grind. It's a long-term grind thing, which is a very good thing for endgame player because we really need a target or achievement for us to actually go forward. So this is actually a good thing for me. Then if you have the Asper here, so let's say you don't have Liling and Intron, alright. So let's say you're a player that already missed the meta Liling and meta Intron, then you can have a 100% drop rate increase and the weekly loot plus 100 because Lu Shang and Yi Jing we can get anytime. But this account here we have all 4 Asper, so every week we're able to grind another extra 200 and the drop rate increased by 200%. Okay, so for my case here, every 2 weeks I'm able to complete 1 copy, cause 600 requirement, right? Every week I'm able to grind 300, so I can complete 1 reso in 2 weeks. So if I want to complete all total 7 reso, then you're gonna need at least 14 weeks. So 14 weeks is like 3.5 months if you're able to grind everything else here and fulfill all the requirements here. So these are the first 2 requirements. Then we have a third requirement is based on your account progression. So for this R1 account progression, there's a fusion mission here on the bottom. You need to clear all 20 floor for ritual miracle bosses. So as you can see, you have to clear 20 floor is already not a beginner player thing already. This Ming Shuo is actually the target audience is actually the end game player. So I don't want to hear any comments like, oh, I'm a new player, I'm not able to do this, so this game is pay to win. Oh, I'm gonna be so headache. Alright, so for this fusion mission here, you need to clear 20 floor of all miracle bosses, and then you need to do 10 consecutive victories and an average of fewer than 45 turns, which is you can already know that this is a very end game content. You have to do ritual miracle 20 and then your average turn from the 10 runs have to be lower than 45 turns. Apex, Fafnir and Chronos is pretty easy to do within 45 turns. I think the most difficult one for most of the players will be Andras because they didn't tune their team nicely. Okay, so if you want to fulfill all this condition here, you have to do it on lower than 45 turn. I'll make some video guide for it as well when it releases on the global server. I'll see like every reso what are their requirements. I'll try to make a guide video. I'm not sure how good a guide video is gonna be because my account is pretty stacked as well, but I'll basically try to cover it for you. And then you need like around 5 million gold for it, which is for an end game player you don't have any problem with gold at all because you can see 418 million. So if you're an end game player, all this requirement here isn't a problem for you. The only problem for you is you have to slowly grind for the main wave, and then you're gonna get time gated by the weekly limit. Basically that's it. But overall, he's gonna be a very strong Asper. He's not gonna be weak. Some players thought Everett is weak, but to be honest, Everett is one of the meta Asper for high-end PvP as well. If you are one of the players who thought Everett is not good, then probably you are not doing well in your PvP content. Okay, so basically I'm really happy with this add-on, the Asper Fusion, because I really like the design. I like his kit, I like all his reso effect, and then everything here, the requirement is not that ridiculous as well because they did not require you ability mod. Everything here, 6-star Ascension and Resonance is doable, and not to mention they gave a lot of loyalty box. Every patch you actually get 1 free reso, and all those free reso Asper like Brewster, like Clara, like what who else they give, like Luis, their reso, everything here it still can be used. Okay, so it's a long-term grind. It's not gonna be something it's not gonna be like a fast grind. It's more like a marathon, more like a long-term gameplay. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope this video actually let you guys know how are you able to fuse Ming Shuo. Right, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Jen MP, Yaki Shiba Tails, Kemi, thank you so much for your support. And for the supporter and patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Code Wilderness, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwops, Rimu, Chorny, Von Hexa, Antonio Winterspoon, Marlene Williams, Eric Mandis, Ian Cragren, Riku Fred X Iris, Calamity, Rocco Stenzions, thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest tag. Thank you so much for Code Wilderness, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Chorny. Thank you so much for your support.